All right, balloons, they actually made it. They soared above New York City this morning after strong winds and record cold threatened to ground the giant characters in this year's Thanksgiving Day parade. Temperatures in the area dipped to 20 degrees. That is a record low for the parade.
But that didn't stop thousands from braving this bone-chilling cold to see some old favorites like Charlie Brown. And there were also some newcomers. I didn't know this one, but Goku from the Dragon Ball Z cartoon.
That's him.
There he is. Thursday marked the 92nd year since the first parade, and it is still the largest in the world.
And of course, when Santa shows up, that is the official start of Christmas. Everybody knows that, except like the toy companies who start like marketing their products like in June, you know. So it isn't only this part of the country that's experiencing below average temperatures and unusual weather. The cold front is spreading along the East Coast, while California is getting hit with rain and snow for the first time in months in areas impacted by severe wildfires. CBS News contributing meteorologist Jeff Beardelli is here now with the forecast. Good to see you, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, guys.
All right.
I feel bad for the folks that were at the parade, especially the performers, because they were wearing short sleeve shirts. Cheerleaders out there. I mean, you know, it's
I feel
not
like the
easy.
adrenaline, though, right? As somebody who stayed nice and toasty warm here in the studio.
Exactly. It's easy for
I feel
you
like
to
their
say.
adrenaline was
standing in
keeping
front
them
of our
warm.
space heaters. But yeah, performing in that kind of cold, especially for the whole route, you might be able to do it for a time, but I'm sure towards the end, they're over it.
They didn't show it, though. I have to tell you, they were brave. They did not show
And
it.
we were worried about the wind. We were worried that it was going to ground the balloons. We talked about that yesterday. Turns out it wasn't as bad as we thought.
Right, so the wind usually subsides in the morning. I was hoping for that, but it was kind of a borderline situation. The wind increases as you go higher up, so that's what you have to worry about. It's not so much what's happening on the ground, it's what's happening 100, 200 feet up into the atmosphere. So temperatures across the Northeast today, there's about 30 places that could see record low max temperatures. So record-breaking cold temperatures today. Then overnight tonight, about another 20 places that could see record low temperatures tonight across the Northeast. So this is cold. And listen to this. Catskills tonight, some folks will get down to 15 below zero. That's how cold it's going to be in the Catskills.
The question is that cold enough to deter all the shoppers?
Oh, I don't think so. If you're a diehard
determined.
shopper, you're going to do it. And it's going to warm up a little bit during the day tomorrow. So that's good news. It's probably up to about 30 degrees, which is still way below normal, but better.
All right, let's talk about what's going on out west, specifically in California. I mean, it's been incredibly dry, which led to some of these horrific wildfires, people losing their homes and in some cases their livelihoods and their lives. Now rain. What does that mean?
Well, you know, it could mean mudslides, but it also means effectively the end of dry season, the end of fire season, and there's a lot of rain to come. We have another surge that's happening later today and tonight, then a break over the weekend, probably at least 2 more surges next week. So just over the next 24 to 48 hours, we're going to see 2 to 4 inches across a lot of California, especially Central and North California. And then next week, another few inches of rain. In total, anywhere between 1 to 5 inches in Southern California, about 5 to 10 inches in Northern California. A lot of rain, and the mountains are going to see 4 to 6 feet of snow. So this is a tremendous amount of rain that's going to be moving in.
What about the weather in the rest of the country? Where else are you watching besides these record temperatures on the East Coast and these historic fires on the West Coast? What else is going on?
Yeah, so the good news is generally speaking, it's not going to be really, really busy over the next several days. There will be a couple of storms moving across from coast to coast. There's going to be some flight delays, so let's start with tomorrow. Tomorrow, there's a little storm, not a big one, from New Orleans up through Little Rock, Kansas City, St. Louis, up to around Des Moines. Not really a big deal. But that's going to move east, and so if you're traveling on Saturday anywhere in the eastern part of the country, Carolinas, eastern Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, northeast here late in the day in New York City, big rainstorm, but not necessarily a snowstorm moving in. And at the same time, we're going to see a storm kind of moving out of the Rockies on Saturday. On Sunday, there could actually be a big blizzard, but that blizzard is going to be over a very small area, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and eventually into Milwaukee, where Milwaukee at the end of the day and at night on Sunday could pick up over a foot, maybe a foot and a half of snow. But most of it's just north of Chicago, and Chicago should be on the wet side of this. So, I think overall traveling conditions should be okay the next couple of days.
All right, Jeff Beardelli, always good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving again to you and yours, man.
Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Yeah.